Hello and welcome to this Smartlaunch screencast. In this screencast we will have a look at how to install this Smartlaunch client. One of the first steps is of course to download the client, but a second step that's important for Smartlaunch to run properly is to disable the UAC in the newer versions of Windows. Since I have Windows 7, I'm going to go in here and disable user account control. That is done under user accounts here in the control panel, and then I can say change user account control settings. In here, I'm just going to simply turn it completely off. It's a very similar process in Windows Vista as well. Okay, now in order for this to have effect, I will need to restart the computer. So let's just do that. Okay, now the client has restarted and we can now install Smartlaunch. So I'm going to go ahead and double click on the installer. Wait a small second. And then I'm just basically going to click next. There's really no magic or hidden secrets for the installer. And wait again a few minutes for the installer to finish. And there we go. And now I'm just going to basically ask the Smartlaunch client to run directly. And this will load up the client. And now the client is loading all the different settings and the interface. And during the first time you launch the client, will be facing this window. If you're only testing Smartlaunch, it can sometimes be more safe to use this run Smartlaunch once, which just means that the Windows Explorer shell, which you see down here, will not be replaced. But in this case, we're going to set up a cafe, so in most cases you'll actually use this auto start. So change to that. Then next step, we're going to give the computer a number. So this is depending on your number of licenses. So if you have 10 computers, it has to be a number between 1 and 10. I'm just going to choose 1 here. And now the client's going to ask for access to try and search for the server on my network. Unfortunately, the client cannot find the server automatically, and you can then follow a guide here on how to do it. But I already know the IP of my server, so I'm just going to type in. Oh, actually, I have even a name for the server, which you can also use. So I'm going to type in the server name. It found the server, and there you go. Now the Smartlaunch client has been installed. It has been connected to the Smartlaunch server and is now running. So I hope you found this screencast useful, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask us anytime, of course.